Master Coach U's Legacy Video Training Series 8. This is video 3 of 4. Namaste. On this, the third video in this series, I will explain how the U-Method spiritual life coaches use the textbook, the Human Handbook, to help their coaching clients achieve their psycho-spiritual goals. Almost a decade before I wrote the Spiritual Life Coach's textbook, Self-Mastery, A Journey Home to Your Inner Self, a student that was in one of my classes shared something that really resonated with me. She raised a hand and basically said, you know, our textbook is wonderful as a teacher to use it with a class, but we need something more simplified, something more abbreviated for the coaching clients themselves, something that they can hold on to even when they're done, but simplified, you know, into a more easier to understand, conceptualized or compacted way. And as soon as she said it, it resonated deep within my intuitive heart, and I knew she was right. So right then and there, this is many years ago now, I committed to get to work on writing it with the support of my colleague and soul sister, Coach Deborah Giddings, which I call Coach DG. I utilized my decades of professional field experience to piece together life-altering truisms that contain all the essential lessons of how to live a self-mastered life. I took abstract, esoteric, spiritual concepts and I transformed them into easy-to-understand language so that the coaching client can appreciate it well after they're done with coaching sessions. With Coach DG's help, we managed to capture the core essence of numerous spiritual leaders, teachers, and gurus, and philosophers of the last 2,500 years, overlapping truths in small, manageable pieces, truisms, if you will. Our intention was to make it as easy as possible for you and your spiritual life coaching clients to understand and then implement these empowering life lessons to improve the quality of you and your coaching clients' lives. The Human Handbook is an empowering educational support tool if used as a life coach's textbook. That's because it will help you teach your life coaching clients how to achieve spiritual transformation by using the laws of the universe to create the challenges that are needed for your coaching clients to manifest the reality they desire. In each chapter of the Human Handbook, it describes in detail the concepts of each lesson and then how to facilitate it with your coaching client. The 10 chapters cover a wide range of lessons, including the power of now presence, belief systems, self-acceptance, and approval, law of detachment, boundary mastery, forgiveness, and even what you and your coaching clients need to understand how to achieve spiritual transformation. There's a whole chapter just on that alone. The Human Handbook transcends all religious backgrounds to a place where we are all one in spirit. It doesn't matter where your coaching clients are on their self-mastery journey because these life-altering truisms are easily understood by everyone. The Human Handbook was designed so that your coaching clients can use it if they need it as like a daily transformational affirmation. You know, open to some page and just read it from there. It's a great way for them to start the day. Or when they feel stressed or emotionally disconnected, they can refer back to the self-mastery book, the Human Handbook. And if they're coaching lessons with you, that'll bring them right back, because our job as coaches is to teach them how to fish, right? Not to keep giving them fish. We want them to be independent of us, eventually, of course. Many professional spiritual life coaches use the Human Handbook when they're facilitating private coaching sessions. For example, Coach Joan, a certified spiritual life coach graduate, told me she selects a particular Human Handbook chapter each week, and then she uses myotic questions to teach her coaching clients how to heal their specific issues. She has found that the different chapters create a wide variety of insightful self-realizations that deepens her clients' inner awareness about issues they want to discreate, forgive, and or transcend. Plus, it is worth mentioning that many life coaching clients, like Coach Joan, use the spiritual life coaching textbooks, all of them, but in this case, the Human Handbook, to form book study groups. And we've created a detailed how to create and facilitate study groups booklet. Because again, when you have psycho-spiritual penicillin, we want to do everything we can to help you as an independent or as a graduate of the program to get this penicillin out to the world that so needs it right now. I want to share with you an excerpt from the Human Handbook about why forgiveness is a self-protection mechanism. Forgiveness does not mean that you're condoning what happened, only that you refuse to accept it as a toxic influence in your life. Forgiveness sets the prisoner free, and the prisoner is you. Forgiveness allows you to detach from the toxicity left over from your trespassers. Not forgiving someone is like taking poison and hoping the other person dies. Healing happens the moment you no longer find value in rehearsing the pain and suffering that you have anchored to you from your past. That's because forgiveness frees up a huge amount of life force energy, which you can use to create an empowering future that you so richly deserve. Let me do one more excerpt from the Awakening book. Excuse me, not the Awakening book, but the Human Handbook. Why boundaries are an essential element of emotionally mature relationships. Mature boundaries can be compared to a medieval drawbridge that you leave open to let the love in, and intimacy, of course, and then you close it when someone violates your boundaries. Boundaries are one of the most important elements of healthy relationships. Lack of boundary literacy will challenge even the most committed relationship. If you don't know how to maturely protect your boundaries, sadly, you'll be forced to use your childlike ego defenses to defend yourself. To close, I'd like to quote Coach DJ. She writes, "It doesn't matter where you are on your self-mastery journey home, because the Human Handbook's transformational life lessons are easily understood by everyone." That's because it simplifies esoteric concepts into an easy-to-read format so that they can be treasured by the novice as well as the seasoned self-help sage. Thank you, Coach DJ, for the work that you put into too with me many, many years ago. On the next video, I'll explain how the U Method spiritual life coaches use the coach's textbook, The 7 Spiritual Truths, to teach their coaching clients that when they feel emotionally triggered, how to use this book like a compass to navigate their way back to feeling safe, sound, and secure again in the world. Again, if you've resonated with what I shared about the coach's textbook, The Human Handbook, and you'd like to own a copy, you can call 888-HLC-0878, 9 to 5 Eastern Standard Time, or just visit the website at www.holisticlearningcenter.com. Then click on the top link where you see Coaching Store, and then another page will come up and you'll see one more top link. It says Coaching and Marketing Books. Click on that and it'll bring you right to it. Namaste, my soul friends. Namaste.